Yo, what's up guys? Before I get into this video, if you guys are planning to watch the Chicago Bulls this preseason, make sure to buy your tickets on SeatGeek. There are some tickets as cheap as $15 on SeatGeek, and if you use my promo code InsideBulls, you will save $20 on your first ticket purchase, so make sure to check that out. But yeah, anyways, let's get right into this video. Yo, what's up guys? Sorry I haven't made a video all weekend. Like I said, I was going camping, I'm finally back. And in today's video, I'm going to be making some bold predictions for the Chicago Bulls this upcoming season. And make sure to stay tuned for later in the video if you commented on my Instagram post, because I made an Instagram post asking for some Chicago Bulls fans to make predictions. And like I said, I'll put those in the video at the end, and I'll be talking about those and discussing those, so stay tuned for that. And my first prediction for the Chicago Bulls is a pretty simple one. You know, it's kind of bold, kind of not. I believe one Chicago Bulls player will make the All-Star game. And honestly, I don't know if it's going to be Laurie or Zach LaVine. It all depends just who breaks out. Because I feel like last season, Zach LaVine was our #1 scoring option. But I feel like if the Bulls really want to start winning games and make it to the playoffs, you know, I feel like Markkanen needs to become our #1 scoring option. Just because I feel like, you know, of course, Lauri's younger and has a lot more potential than Zach LaVine. And of course, Zach LaVine is a walking bucket. But at the same time, you know, Laurie, just his frame, his size, his development, you know, he has so much potential. And like I said, I believe he could become a great superstar in this league. So yeah, like I said, it really just depends which one of them wants to break out this season. And here's another bold prediction. I could see maybe both of them making the All-Star team, just because the East is so weak and all the big name superstars keep going to the West. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 Chicago Bulls in the All-Star game. And my second bold prediction for next season is either Denzel, Valentine, or Chandler Hutchison will be moved as part of a Kris Dunn trade package. Because I know I've said this many times and made a good amount of videos about it. The Chicago Bulls have 4 point guards, and of course, they don't need 4. So like I said, I feel like before the season starts, or, you know, near the trade deadline, the Bulls are going to trade Kris Dunn or try and trade a point guard. And I feel like Kris Dunn's the odd man out, which I've said. And, you know, Kris Dunn doesn't really have a lot of value in the league. That, you know, I feel like the most we'd get is like a 2nd round pick, or not even I've seen around the league. So if we package one of our young small forwards with him, I believe we could get a solid, you know, haul in return maybe. But, you know, Denzel Valentine was hurt all last season. Chandler Hutchison was also hurt, and he didn't play good in the time he was healthy. But if the Bulls trade Denzel, Chandler, or Kris Dunn, I feel like, you know, they really pop off and do good in a different environment or a different team, you know, just like many other players, you know, sometimes they're bad on their first team, then they get traded and they become the player that they wanted to be on the last team. You know, a change of team can really help some players, so I could see a trade involving any of those 3 maybe happening during the season. And my third bold prediction is that Zach LaVine will win the 2020 dunk contest. You know, I made a video a few days back or a week ago, and it said Aaron Gordon pretty much talked to Zach LaVine, and they're both down to do the dunk contest. And I know Zach has been hinting at it. And another bold take is that Tomas Satoransky will start off the season becoming our starting point guard. I mean, Satoransky is a 6'7" point guard. You know, I feel like he'll just run the offense better. You know, he can shoot the 3 ball better than Kris Dunn. You know, the floor spacing will be much better. I just feel like he's a great starting point guard for the Bulls, and he'll fit amazing with us. And the next prediction is that Coby White will overtake the starting point guard position before the NBA trade deadline. So I'm pretty sure the trade deadline's in like February or March. I'm not too sure what month, but it's around then. You know, and that gives Coby White some time to develop and learn the point guard position more. And of course, I don't want the Chicago Bulls to end up in the draft lottery again. So I really hope Coby White starts near the end of the season. Because if Coby White starts at the end of the season, we'll have a good, young, talented starting 5. And, you know, it'd just be nice to have our young point guard take over the starting point guard role and play good. So we could learn more and develop and finally become our starting point guard for the future and just mold our current young core together. And my final prediction is that the Chicago Bulls will become a 6th or 7th seed. You know, like I said, I believe the Chicago Bulls will make the playoffs next year. I really hope it's a 6th or 7th seed because, like I said, the East is super weak, and the Bulls, they have a really good, talented team if they can stay healthy. And that's always the key with the Chicago Bulls. We're never healthy. Honestly, I don't remember, you know, a good season we've been healthy, like since the Derrick Rose days. Ever since we've had Derrick, we've always had injuries. So I really hope next year turns around. You know, we signed some solid veterans in the offseason and drafted 2 very good, very talented young guys in the draft. Make sure to leave a comment below making some bold predictions and commenting on any of the bold predictions that I made. And in the second half of this video, I'm going to be looking at a few bold predictions some Bulls fans commented on my Instagram. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube. It's just at Inside the Chicago Bulls. I pretty much post on Instagram daily. You know, I post the best Bulls designs on Instagram, so make sure to check that out for news and updates and everything like that. So make sure you check that out, and let's get into some of the fans' bold predictions. And on Instagram, I made a post. It said Chicago Bulls predictions for this upcoming season, and I said it will be in this video, of course. And the first one was LaVine will average 26, 5, and 7. He pretty much averaged that last season, so I definitely believe he can average that again. But hopefully this season it translates to more wins than losses, unlike last year. And if Zach LaVine averages those stats, which I truly believe he can, will definitely be in the playoffs, and he'll definitely become an all-star. And the second bold prediction is that Laurie leads the team in scoring. And like I said before, I definitely think Lauri Markkanen needs to become our #1 scoring option and like our best player for the Bulls to really be contending for the next years down the road. So it just depends if Lauri wants to break out this year or next year, you know. But I truly believe Markkanen will break out soon enough and become our #1 scoring option. And the next bold prediction is a guy commented our record. I take a guess. He said we'll be 23-69. But you know, the NBA season's only 82 games long, so I don't really know. You know, I truly hope we don't have that record, because I'm pretty sure last year we went like 22-60. I just don't know. I can't see the Chicago Bulls only winning one more game. I mean, you know, like I said, there's only 82 games, and that's, you know, way more than 82. So I don't know. Like I said, I believe the Bulls will win like 30 to 40 games and make the playoffs. And another prediction that a fan said was playoffs or nearly. And like I said, of course, said this whole video, I expect the Bulls to make the playoffs. So, you know, he's with me. And Staff Graphics on Instagram said LaVine and Markkanen will have breakout years and both become all-stars. You know, I've said that earlier in the video, and like I said earlier in the video, I can truly see that happening because the East is so weak. And another prediction is Laurie would be in the most improved candidate, and I can honestly see that. Like I said, if he just needs to break out. I feel like he needs to get more comfortable on the floor, and the Bulls need to get him more shots, because I feel like some games the Bulls just forget about Laurie, because honestly he's like, you know, our #1 or #2 scoring option. I feel like the Bulls just really need to give him the ball more in the post and just get him easier shots. And the same dude also said the 8th seed, which like I said, I believe the Bulls will easily get that, maybe even a 7th or 6th. And he said Zach will average 26, 7, and 3, which that's pretty much what he averaged last year, so I believe he'll do it again. And then he said Lauri's going to average 23, 3, and 6. You know, I believe he could do that, but I believe the rebounds will be a bit up, and maybe, you know, the assists will be about there. So I can, like I said, I can see most of these predictions happening. But yeah, like I said, make sure to leave a comment below letting me know what you guys think about these predictions and my predictions. Thank you guys. Have a good one.